Pandemic times is worrisome for many of us. Besides the fear of getting COVID and the fear of not having enough money, and to add salt to the wound, many of us have lost jobs and are worried about how to pay the bills. You're not alone in feeling this. What could be better times than to learn about the law of attraction on money, including the Arigato money technique, and live effortlessly in the flow of money? For those of you watching this channel for the first time, this is Karma. A big shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. A big shout out to all my dearest friend Alaika, Abdullah from Indonesia, North H from Bhutan, Brian Whiston from UK, Naung Namgil from Bhutan, Leroy T from UK. Thank you all for your support. Welcome back again. Cleansing your beliefs around money. First of all, before learning the law of attraction on money, we need to cleanse our beliefs around money. Let me ask you this question. How do you feel about money? Look deep inside to you for your beliefs about money. Majority of us don't feel good about money, and the reason is due to the negative beliefs which were fed into our subconscious mind when we were children. Beliefs like money doesn't grow on tree, money is a scary thing, money is the root cause of all evils, money isn't everything, money isn't important. I don't care about money. Money is a scary thing. Wanting money is wrong. It's not spiritual. As a child, we accept everything at face value. We have accepted whatever our parents, our society, teachers has told us. How many times our parents have refused to give us something that we like, a toy or something. So all this have gone into our subconscious mind, and we now have money wounds to heal. Well, we might not care about money, but our children, education, expense, our grocery, our car dealer, our rental bills, all does. There's no denial of the fact that money is important. To any person living in a civilized society, learn to transform your relationship with money in a way that brings us more abundance. In other words, we need to heal money issues, the deep inherited beliefs that we have inherited as a child. Sometimes a simple mental switch is what we all need to heal our money wounds. Even I grew up having negative beliefs about money, as most people did. My mother was a single mother. She had 6 children to look after. And you can just imagine how difficult it was for my family, for my mother, to bring up 6 children. And naturally, the scarcity mindset was there, deep rooted in my beliefs. But when my spiritual mind expanded, so did my beliefs about money. So I'm sharing with you what I've learned. Money is a value energy. Like all energy, lives to flow and needs flow to stay alive. Have it flow cheerfully and it will be attracted to you. Rhonda Byrne in a book says that we connect to money by fear. Fear of losing money, fear of not having money, fear of not using the right money right. When you don't feel good about money, it will never stick to you. You have to give love and feel good about money to bring it to you and make it stick with you. So, what kind of fear do you have? Be honest with yourself. Look deep inside yourself. Just analyze deep inside. What kind of fear do you hold about money? But one thing you must remember, money is a servant and you are the master. Loving money is perfectly healthy as long as you do not develop that greed and crime, nor let that love turn into greed and covetousness. Never reverse the equation. Many things went wrong when people did the opposite. My friends, when I say talk about money, some of my friends, they say, oh, they just don't want to hear about it. But we all need money. So there are 3 levels that people relate to money. Ken Honda, a Japanese Zen millionaire, he researched about 12,000 self-made millionaires and he discovered that people relate to money on one of these 3 levels. So find out from this, which 3 levels are you falling under? Number 1, most people believe that money is like ice, very cold and it's scary. Some people believe that money is like a river. Money flows. The most successful people believe that money is like air. Money is natural as breathing air. We don't need to think about air, do we? We just breathe it. So money is something like that. When people have reached that level, they are spiritually very enlightened kind of beings who can just tap into the air and get money into their life. It's like breathing air. We don't go after that. It just comes to you effortlessly. So at which level do you communicate with money? From the place of scarcity, enough, or abundance? Ken Honda invented the technique which provides a unique perspective into monetary activities. He encourages us to make peace with our money. In his book, Happy Money, the Japanese art of making peace with your money. Technically, the way you behave with money that comes and goes, affects your approach towards money. So find out more from this video. I'll give you the detailed about how to attract money into your life. You mustn't let money make you feel miserable. Many of us feel very miserable with money. We have had a very bad relationship with money. So it's high time that if you want to attract financial abundance in your life, then you must learn this through this video. Learn about how to attract money into your life and cleanse that negative beliefs about money. So what is this technique, Arigato technique about? The technique is very simple. Whenever you have an inflow of money, you accept with love. Like when you get salary, expressing love and gratitude. No matter how small or big the amount is, you do the same while spending money. That is spending money with an open heart and gratefulness. Many of us forget to thank when the salary comes into our bank account. And when we spend also, we spend it very reluctantly as if like that is scarcity mindset. The appreciation for the outflow and inflow of cash is simple as saying thank you. So that is this technique. So here are some tips to live in financial abundance. Do you want to hear about how to live in abundance? These are taken from many teachings like Bob Proctor, Ken Honda, Rhonda Byrne. Many of these teachings, books that I've read, even like G. Candy, another one of the interesting author of Happy Pocket Full of Money. So I've read so many books and I feel like sharing this out to you all. And of course, I have really attracted good money now in my life ever since I changed my mental switch and ever since I started expanding my spiritual beliefs about money. So number 1, use the word arigato. Arigato means thank you in Japanese. Arigato in, arigato out. Thank you when it comes in, thank you when it goes out. Honda said in his philosophy can be boiled to the simple phrase arigato in and arigato out. Simply thanking money when it comes into your possession and saying thank you to money when it goes out of their hands. Many times we feel happy when the money comes into our lives. But when it goes out, we are so unhappy, right? Money can be your friend, help you do well in life. It gives you the freedom. So why we have the negative beliefs about money? And to achieve that, you have to transform your relationship with money. For instance, instead of complaining or stressing about paying your utility bills, you appreciate the services such as getting electricity and water. Having electricity in your home, what does it do? It lights up the whole house. You are not staying in dark. You have the electricity. During the pandemic times, when during the lockdown in Bhutan, the bills came so high that people complained about getting high bills. Most of our mind is scarcity mindset. We complained. We never thought about the services we got, the water that we get, flowing in our tap every day, which makes us cook, which makes us wash our clothes, which makes us, drink water right in our doorstep of our house. And when we get the bills, oh my gosh, people were panicking so much because the bill came so high. And then that's the scarcity mindset. Instead of thanking for the services that you got, the water in your house, the electricity which lights up our home. So instead of thanking for the services, we were very grudgingly paid our bills. Likewise, when your salary is deposited into your account, how many times have you ever thanked yourself? Thanks for the service that you have given. That's why you are being paid. You appreciate the money that has come into your life and also appreciate yourself. Because of your services, somebody has paid you and you're getting salary. That is Arigato money. Thank you. Always appreciating and always being grateful. Number 2, money must circulate. Money must circulate. Money is like its name. Money is supposed to be flowing like the current. Money is valuable only as long as it's being used. Once taken out of circulation, it becomes worthless. Like for example, money is hoarded. For example, there was one man, I believe, in one of the story. He was hoarding a lot of money in his box. He kept on so much money, but he never used it. And he used to live like a very poor man. He didn't live in a nice house. He hoarded a lot of money. And when he died, the money was out of circulation, as you can see. It's been hoarded. It's kept in a corner. It's not in the currency. So what happened, when he died, there were a lot of money. And poor man, he died as a poor man. He lived as a poor and he died as a poor. And the money was never being used. So it should be in circulation. Doesn't mean that you should be squandering money. Know the difference. Don't ever squander money, but use it in a rightful way. No happy money and unhappy money. What does that mean? Number 3, happy money and unhappy money. There are 2 types of flow of money in people's life. According to Honda, happy money and unhappy money. Honda compares them to energy flows. Yes, happy money is money that makes you happy, smile when you receive it, and gives you joy when you spend it. Like giving a gift to your mother or gift to your loved ones. You give it happily for the gift. Whereas unhappy money is when you are frustrated when you receive it. And when you give it out, you are angry. You grudgingly give somebody, oh, this man is asking too much. The sadness, the depression when you spend it. So know the difference. Always spend happily. Never spend money when you're in anger, when you're so miser. And obviously, unfortunately, 95% of our money is unhappy money. That's why I would say that gambling, even in our society, people are gambling a lot. And then the money that they receive or the money they're spending is not really a good, happy money. People have spending grudgingly that money during the gambling. And the money they are receiving is also not a happy money because somebody has grudgingly given it. So these are really a classic example of of happy and unhappy money. You might feel happy of receiving a large amount, but people who have given that money, it's not a happy money. So the key to financial freedom is putting yourself in a happy money flow, according to Honda. Happy money flow. When you give out happily and say, come with a lot, multiply and come in a lot. Say that whenever you give out money. Basically, it goes to having a gratitude. Everything boils down to having a gratitude. For example, when you get bills next time, instead of stressing and, whenever, in the past also, when I go for shopping, when I see a huge bill, that cringe, that, what do you call that, your heart, you get, there's something in you, like, very reluctant, you feel like very reluctant to spend money. So next time, don't do that. Appreciate the services that you have been provided. You're buying a grocery, something. Appreciate that, all that grocery that you can make use of. And when you get a salary, also be happy and appreciate the people who are giving you the money because of your services that you're getting money, and increase that flow of happy money. Number 4, heal your emotions around money. As already mentioned before, take careful inventory of your thoughts and current financial condition. How is your current inventory? Think of what is your thought about money, surrounding money. Like I've told you before, think carefully and be very brutally honest with yourself and your current financial conditions, because the two are absolutely related to heal our money wounds and negative emotions around money. Maybe you saw as a child your parents fight a lot about money, or you argued with your partner about money. Maybe you must have lost a lot of money. The secret to heal is to let go. Let it go. It's all in the past. And now you have in your present how to heal your negative emotions. We must heal our money wounds and make peace if you want to start healing. And forgive yourself for the confusion deep inside. For that, one must imagine the exact situations. Go back to your childhood trauma. As a kid, perhaps your parents also fought about money. You can watch the pain arise. Go to a corner, sit down, really take stock, inventory of all the thoughts coming into you. Where does that scarcity mind, that negative emotion arise from? From which incident? Watch that pain come, arise, and forgive yourself as an adult. You can understand it better. Repeat this mantra to yourself. Money loves me, and I love money. Without feelings of guilt. Many times we feel so guilty to say that. Even to say a word like money, people are so people turn away when you say the money, exactly like when you say money. I know it feels really bad when you don't have enough also. If the guilt feeling arises, find the reasons. Money is an energy that allows, that loves freedom and loves freedom, that allows and loves freedom. If it goes where there's a freedom and where it is given freedom. Have you ever seen people who are so lavish, like they donate 50,000, something like that? These are the people who love freedom. They allow freedom of money. They willingly give so much money to donations. And miser are those people who are very stingy with their money. And they try to give also when they give very little amount. This all reflects your scarcity mindset. Just let it go. To keep money, make it hardest for them to acquire and keep money. For those miser, it's very difficult to acquire money. That's why you see our entire life, people who stay in that scarcity mindset, they forever live in that, not having enough, not having enough money in their life. So just remember that money goes to people who allows and loves freedom. Number 5, your money appreciates. Whenever you appreciate, whatever you appreciate, reciprocates the gesture. In this case, it is money. When you appreciate money, it means you value it. Typically, you appreciate cash by spending on things that would produce result rather than spending recklessly. Remember, what appreciates you, you appreciate it back. Money appreciates if you appreciate it. Money appreciates if you appreciate it. As money is a neutral energy, it's not about how much you have or how much you make it. It's all about how you feel inside. These positive or negative feelings then attracts or repels money. Number 6, develop prosperity consciousness. What does that mean? Find out. Yes, money enjoys and loves being in the presence of wealth consciousness. What kind of consciousness are you carrying it? It loves the company of people who love and enjoy money. And like all of life, it multiplies and flourishes in the presence of the condition that it loves. The more you love, the more it flourishes. If you tear money, that's why we have been always told that never tear the money, because you have to respect love. You have to respect love money. That is one of the reasons that wealthy people have money, due to the fact that they have developed that state of consciousness known as prosperity consciousness. Therefore, it follows, if we wish to attract money to ourselves, we must begin to foster a prosperity consciousness as well. The best way to develop prosperity consciousness is to start seeing yourself in your mind's eye, already in possession of the amount of money that you desire. The reason is this is so that since the subconscious mind cannot distinguish the actual possession of money and mere visualization, you will soon become very comfortable with the idea of money. How many of us get so scared of the thing of hundreds of millions? So try to visualize in your mind so that you get used to the money when it comes into your life. As a result, you will start to attract it into your life. Or when you succeed in convincing your subconscious mind you are wealthy, and it feels good to be wealthy. Doesn't it feel good that you can afford to buy anything that you want, that you can afford to live in a nice house, that you can afford to go for a holiday, that you can afford to have a good health, that you can afford to pay for your expense, for your children's expense, to care for your parents, to care for, to give it to the charity. So it was said that from the actor movie like The Marks, Jim Carrey, he made a 1 million check for himself. That was before he became an actor. And few years later, he did get that check, but in millions form. So write down in a goal, like a goal card. What kind of money do you want in your life? How much is the amount? Keep it make it a goal card, small card, and put it into your purse and put it into your wall. The amount, how much amount do you want to attract in your life? How much every month? So write that amount exactly. There are so many ways of how to visualize also. And today I'll not be going into that. Fear not. Number 7 is fear not. Fear not of what? Be comfortable with money. Feel free around it. Talk about it. Treat it. Love it as you would a close friend. In that attitude, you will attract. If you fear it, you will repel it. It will refuse to come to you if you fear about it. Worrying about money is always extremely counterproductive or self-fulfilling prophecy. How many of us, when we get a little amount of money, we get so scared that we will lose it, and it does happen. So never fear about, never worry. I remember my mother saying, like when I was like many years back, that never to say I don't have money. She has seen her relatives say like I don't have money. Even when they have money, they say I don't have money. What's your money language? If you say you don't have money, money will not come to you. It will indeed come true. So never say that you don't have enough money. Even if you don't have money, you say, okay, I have it. you really want to significantly increase the amount of money you are presently earning, the first thing you do is to learn to pay substantially less attention to what others are saying about money. Pay less attention to what others are saying about money, about the negative beliefs that are surrounding you. But listen to the quiet voice inside your head. Yeah. So, number 8, there's a real power within you. Thinking is the highest function of which the human being is capable. Yet, unfortunately, very few people of us think. And when we think of the worst outcome. Are you one of them? I definitely was one of them before. Any idea, plan, or purpose must be planted in the subconscious mind. That's why thinking is really good. Think in a positive way. So that's why have a thought. Never keep your mind blank about money. Think of a thought of having money and repeat to yourself every day, I'm wealth, I'm abundance, and I'm joy. These are the affirmations that you can do to attract money into your life. You must begin to see money as an obedient, diligent servant that you can employ to earn money and you can use to provide services far beyond the service that you could ever physically provide. So how can we embody the principle of Arigato money? Appreciate money by spending on things that bring value, not liabilities. Investing in your health and personal development. Say no to scarcity by keeping an abundance mindset. Change your mindset about money and have an abundance mindset. Be happy when you spend money. Forgive yourself for previously misspent money. If you have lost huge amount of money in an investment, forgive yourself now. Now is the time to let go. Because of your previous misthought, you have lost a lot of money. You have come into debt. You have come into whatever stage that of, all because of the faulty thinking. You should always love people and use money rather than the reverse. Never do the reverse. Never love more money, but love people and use money for that purpose. For all that, for gifting and all that. Understand that the wealth you are seeking is seeking you. If you're not seeking wealth is not seeking you. If you're seeking wealth, it is seeking you. Remember that it is an absolute law of your being that you must have something mentally. That's why right thought is really important. Before you ever have it physically. When everything is around us is energy, quantum physics, everything is energy, then what happens to you? You have to keep it. Think of a thought. Money is all an energy, if you really think about it. It is just your internal value, as I mentioned before. But not your internal value, but it is one of the internal value. So change your internal value, then money will come to you. You must begin to understand the present state of your bank account, your sales, your wealth, your social life, your position. Nothing is more than a physical manifestation of your previous thinking. So if you are where you are right now, it's because of your false thinking. If you wish to sincerely change or improve your result in the physical world, you must change your thought. You must change them immediately. Lastly, this is the last conclusion part. As Ken Honda said, money should be like an air, even at the right time. Like air, it is abundant. All these highly realized people, all these highly realized lamas, they have a lot of money coming into like an air. You can just tap into the air. It's like the air that we breathe. You don't have to go seeking for it. It just comes when you need it. So stop worrying as the universe will provide. Stop worrying about money. Make friends with money and it can bring happiness if you don't fear it. Money might not grow on trees, but unlocking the money secret is about getting rich. It is about being grateful. Money represents an aspect of personal internal value, but that does not mean that it represents a person's entire value. Wealth consciousness is simply the expansion of your consciousness and awareness into the wealthy part of yourself. You are born rich. Bob Proctor. There's a book by Bob Proctor. who's a famous coach, millionaire. So he says in his, you're born rich. You are born rich because of the paradigm that is set by the society, by our parents, by the environment that we live. We have grown. We have developed this scarcity mindset. Change that scarcity mindset. Wealth conscious is simply expansion. Okay, and that's why you need to increase your wealth consciousness, which is already within you, inside you. You're already rich, wealthy, but you have been taught not to choose, not to experience your wealth. From this day onwards, choose to think that you're rich. Choose, change your mindset. This insight changes everything. Like the wealthy people, you can now have and choose and start experiencing the wealthy you. Yeah, this is a very long talk, and thank you all for watching this long. I hope you surely found it of value. What value did you get? Please type down in the comments below in this video, and what are the money negative beliefs that you were carrying, and now what have you learned from this video? So please share this video to as many people as you can, because we need to think people, everyone to think rich, think wealthy, develop that wealth consciousness, that prosperity consciousness, and not live in a scarcity mindset. With this, so grateful. Thank you, and love you all.